Good evening. And now for something completely different. Welcome to Countdown.
Rock star Joan even boogied with a woman who became the country's first female Prime Minister.
Where we can be alone.
I think quite a few bottles of wine were consumed by the three of us.
I've undertaken painkillers now, which is why I don't want the press conference to go on for too long. Who knows what I could say.
Mr. Speaker, he's asked, well, when we get around the answer, Mr. Speaker, when we get past the guff-oring hyena opposite here, Mr. Speaker, I'll give an answer.
Don't you think after 20 years of Liberal government it's time the Australian voters had a change?
They got a chance to have a change now, and I'm quite sure they won't take it.
Mr. Gorton, what have you got to say about the opinion polls showing a massive swing against you?
The only polls worth taking any notice of are the polls which are taking place today.
From a woman's point of view, how do you think you appeal to the Australian woman?
I think I appeal very well indeed.
It's time we return to the land of common sense.
The present federal executive is composed of incompetent and irresponsible men. They don't represent the Labor Party.
How does the rank and file feel?
They feel complete resentment and contempt for them. They know what small men these are.
Or most importantly, what really happened at the Engadine McDonald's in 1997. It will remain the mystery of the ages.
Today our thoughts and the thoughts of many, many Australians will be with Karl Rove as he goes through the very sad process of burying his beloved wife.
Bringing with him what he would acknowledge in his own case, I freely acknowledge in mine, and Sir Henry, I know, acknowledges in his, has brought his better half along with him.
I made that statement that I will not be making a challenge, and I adhere to that statement. And now, if you want to do your speculation, do it without me. I've made my position clear. But you could kill it stone dead here and now by saying, no, come on, now grab hold of yourself. I've made it quite clear. I've said it 3 times. Now, you are just being a bloody pest.
The monitoring operation should not be attached in any way to a humanitarian operation.
Right. And Steve didn't have anything to do with setting up administrative stuff. And also, Graham, it's not a... It's a
Look, you're interrupting the interview.
It's a contract that Care Canada has with CEDA.
I take it you'd like me to sing.
We also need to, in the name of truth and the name of a frank discussion of this issue, to repudiate the claim that my 10-point plan involves a massive handout of freehold title at taxpayer expense. That is an absolute myth. It is absolutely contrary to the fact, and I absolutely repudiate it.
We in Australia have to take stock of ourselves. We have got to take our heads out of the sand.
I sing like a cow.
Off a disputed sea, there's a group called ASEAN. That's where we have a yarn, but not about Taiwan. We want an FTA, but one of you said go away. Never mind, we'll cope and we'll do it bilaterally.
What is the difference between going into a shopping centre?
Are you pulling my leg?
Well, what is the difference between going...
John Howard is very able, extremely able, totally committed, tremendous determination, and I think he'll make a great leader.
I actually knew some of these people when they had grey hair. I actually knew some when they had grey hair. I actually knew the leader of the opposition before the Liberal Party gave him a makeover in the 80s, when he had those Menzies eyebrows, before they gave him the Bugs Bunny teeth, before he used to, when he used to speak without lisping or spitting. I knew him then, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I knew him then. So, Mr. Speaker, I don't think the leader of the opposition ought to go on about the complexion of people here, because, Mr. Speaker, we do know all about Mr. Speaker.
Sit us down with the Mark Latham political revenge. You've forgotten him already.
No.
You need to have the political revenge kit out there. The Simon Crean diaries, you just have to fill it. Can I suggest, it's blank, it's ready for anything to come out. Can I suggest you start it with Kim Beazley is A, and then you finish that sentence and we'll work from there.
I think this looks more like the Liberal Party policy document.
I found 100,000 mouse pads. 100,000 mouse pads, Mr. Speaker.
Where are the ladies, by the way? There are some ladies in this delegation.
There are, yes.
Where are they?
I don't know which camera to look at.
What's happened to the ladies?
You a recycled failed leader?
That's what a nice remark. It casts my mind back to the predecessor in Kooyong, who himself resigned the leadership and, of course, became the most resilient and longest-serving Prime Minister in the history of this country. I look forward to repeating that.
The chap down here, clever fella, very clever chap, he says, why did it fail? Well, of course, a man the other night in Sydney said to me, and who caused all this trouble with Malaysia and Indonesia? I said, well, I suppose I did. My name must be Sukarno. Some of these chaps get so bamboozled, you know, so taken in this way, in the head, that they begin to think that although you poor simple people have been voting for me for 15 years, you've been voting for an utter fraud. Do you realise that?
The dominant voice on the right is the voice of reaction. The Liberal Party is moving under the control of men who speak the doctrine of fear and hate. The voice of the Liberal Parliament, which you now hear, the Liberal Party, which you now hear in the Federal Parliament, and outside, is the echo of the early 50s. These men haven't been chastened by defeat. They have merely been even further embittered by it.
Ooh, I wanna take you to the Philippines, Cambodia, Nam, I'm pretty mama, Hanoi, Vietnam.
Will you marry me, Malcolm?
But you know what it will lead to?
What?
If that happens, then you'll start, looking favourably at small animals.
Please, Malcolm.
No, I want to spare both you and the animal kingdom.
Has the Prime Minister broken his word, or has he become so out of touch he now simply ignores Australia's community interests?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
No.
Order.
Were you surprised at the outcome of the leadership ballot?
Yes, I was surprised and disappointed.
Would you be supporting Mr Fraser as leader of the Liberal Party?
He's not my leader.
What do you mean by that, sir? You are a member of the Liberal Party.
He's not my leader. Just mean that.
Anthony, when I'm doing an interview, you don't interrupt. Have you got this on the...
It's just an important distinction that it's not a contract with the Government of Canada, it's a contract with CEDA.
Anthony?
Right, CEDA is an agency of the Canadian Government. I would like to continue the interview. Can we do that?
I was just making a point of clarification.
Well, you do not interrupt an interview when I'm being interviewed. Do you understand that?
What about a real policy, a fair income policy that gets the level of migration back to where it was, 100,000?
This is about veterans, Mr Latham, not about bloody you. How about sack it off?
Mark has trademarked mangy dog, so you can't use that. Okay, just so you know, I don't want any overlap in that term. Okay, and arse-lickers he's got as well. Pack of scoundrels, sick political party, he's taken that as well.
What about the cabal of deceivers?
Cabal of deceivers?
Yeah,
I think he's got that one. Can you use that one?
I have used that.
You've used that one. Okay, cabal of deceivers is yours.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll
put that in here.
That's the group that are conspiring against me at the moment, but they will not succeed.
Cabal of deceivers. The book started already.
So you won't be supporting him?
Look, I've been in the Liberal Party for 25 years, and I don't want to do anything that will disadvantage the Liberal Party, particularly when the Labor Party is so wide open to attack. But I don't regard Mr Fraser as my leader.
There's the Constitution. There's your protection. Yeah, but it sets out those laws and then it says accept. Oh, nonsense. Go away. The question is... You can have another question. There's proof for you. But I'll reply. If you'd let me have your name, please, I'll write you a very nice, comforting letter.
Have you ever considered
just leaving the Labor Party and setting up a new party?
Well, 2 points on that. The first is Malcolm and I could never agree on the leadership. That was a joke.
That's funny, because you and Julia couldn't either.
Nor could Malcolm or Tony.
The work choices propaganda is the propaganda of the Liberal Party, paid for unwillingly by Australian taxpayers, by a government that believed in work choices. This is a Liberal Party that still believes in work choices. If they want some things to remind them of the good old days, just ring my office. We've got a lot of them waiting for you.
Ninian and Val Stevens are absolutely delightful people, and I'm only repetitiously saying what others have said. Zolman Cohen and his wife Anna gave a distinctive Australian style to what they were doing. Well...
You missed one there when you were going through the ones you admire, was there?
You're obviously talking about Sir John Kirner.
That's right,
I've got no comment to make.
Lady Johnson, I don't know whether the President... I said Lady Johnson, that's what I feel about her, but...
I come from the great state of Queensland. It may surprise you that it's bigger than Texas. Yeah. But can I say... But can I say quickly...
Can you recover nicely?
Yeah. I was making point of clarification.
Anthony, can you understand? Can you understand plain English?
I won't make any point.
Do not interrupt when I'm being interviewed, and do not ever interrupt again. Do you understand?
I don't think this is a good thing to be saying.
I don't think it was a good thing for you to interrupt.
Oh, now, I was just about to finish, but the young man down here, he says, you're 70 next month, that's too old. By Jove, I sometimes think he's right, but he oughtn't to say that in the presence of Mr. Calwell. Should he? Oh, no, I'm a great believer in all the courtesies to my opponents. I don't think that Mr. Calwell's too old. I think he's, in some respects, too young.
I think he's too old. They vote for conscription. A vote for conscription on Saturday is a blood vote.
Mr. Howard was too expensive a person to the gold industry to be maintained as leader of the Liberal Party. They were not going to. They were not going to have any. They were not. I know. I mean, the message had gone out on you, John. They'd put a contract on you, old boy. They'd put a contract on you. The Goldies had put a contract on you, and what's more, they made it. They made it, and they only came unstuck when Cro-Magnon got out there bragging about it on television.
And I think that they're perfectly appropriate remarks for the Canadian Prime Minister to make. Canada.
You can go too soon. It's like the horse who jumps out of the barrier before the barriers have gone up, and apt to get his mouth caught in the strands.
So I rang Jack Marshall up, who was a good friend of mine, and I said, Jack, when are you having your election? He said, oh, Doug, the same day as you're having yours. I said, when are you having yours, Jack? He said, the same day as yours, on the 18th of December or whatever it was. I said, thanks, Jack. So from that point of view, I organised my campaign without having to worry McMahon anymore.
We were merely trying to give you the opportunity to confess perhaps some of your mortal weaknesses.
My immortal virtues also.
I take it that the cameras are not recording any part of let's Anthony's interruption, is that right?
Well, I mean, obviously the interview was interrupted. I mean, we'd have to say that it was interrupted. But, you know, this is...
Well, say that it's
is highly irregular.
I know it's highly irregular.
Well, visiting professor, look up the statistics of your recession, the one in which you guided the Conservative government. And you were unique, as we've said before. You were absolutely unique. You did what no other government had ever done before. You simultaneously produced double-digit unemployment and double-digit inflation. So where are you, Professor? Why is it true? Why is it true? Why must it inevitably be so that inflation falls in a recession? If it is inevitably true, Why didn't it happen in your recession? Or is it just that you are totally incompetent? Or have you a convenient bout of amnesia?
Pull out, digger, the dogs are pissing on your swag.